Speaking Subconsciously. We are a group of 3 women who are certified in Rapid Transformational Therapy, which is a method that was created by Marisa Peer out of London, England. And in this series, we're going to be talking about the subconscious mind. What most people don't understand is that the subconscious mind is responsible for 95% of what goes on in our lives. It's like a software program that's running in the background, and it's responsible for a lot of what we have coming to us. And the conscious mind, or the thinking mind, the thing that we think is in charge, really isn't. That's only responsible for 5% of what is going on. So what we're going to be talking about is how this subconscious gets programmed and how that programming affects our lives in every single day, and then how we can reprogram our mind so that it's working towards what we want and working in our favor. The format of this is going to be weekly videos that are around 10 minutes in length, give or take a little bit. And we'll be covering a variety of topics. In a few minutes, we're going to introduce ourselves, but first we want to tell you a little bit more about what Rapid Transformational Therapy, or RTT, is and how it works.
RTT is a session that you have with a practitioner, and you either have it via Skype or Zoom, or you can have it in person. Sessions normally about 2 hours in length. And during the session, you'll be taken back to 3 or 4 scenes that your subconscious knows is the root of why it is that you have that issue. And whether it's a physical ailment, whether it's a behavioral issue, whether it's addiction. And the amazing thing is that you don't have to relive the trauma. You don't have to relive those scenes. You're basically just going back to be able to find out what the limiting belief is, what the belief is that's holding that behavior in place. And once you then realize that you have this belief, whether it's I'm powerless, I'm not enough, there's something wrong with me. So beliefs drive behavior, and when you discover what that belief is that was holding you back, that means that the behavior will then change without effort, without having to do months of therapy or counseling, because when you change a belief, you change the behavior. And so during the session, the first part is that you'll be revisiting 3 scenes. The second part of the session, you'll be, the therapist or the practitioner will use certain techniques to break those limiting beliefs. And in the last part of the session, a recording will be made for you that will help you then reframe and put together a whole new way that you would like to approach life, or approach that specific issue that you came to for the session. And then the healing takes place in 3 ways. Sometimes the healing can be instantaneous, and a big part of the healing takes place in the session, but the client has to take the responsibility to listen to the recording then for 21 days after the session. And we have found that if the client does not listen to the recording, it really has an impact on whether the session will, whether the results will be lasting. So it's important that the client does then listen to the recording. And the recording is about 15 to 20 minutes long, so it's not that long. For many clients, they also have an expectation. For some people, they believe it must be a process, and so then it will be a process. But if you dive into the session and you are able to explore it with the practitioner, what those beliefs are, the change comes automatically, because when you change those beliefs, the subconscious then will instill then the new behavior that you want, and that will be reinforced by the recording that you then listen to for 21 days afterwards.
Thank you for joining us for Speaking Subconsciously. In the upcoming sessions, we're going to talk about the subconscious and how it relates to stress, anxiety, depression, relationships, habits, and addiction. We're so looking forward to having you join us, and we're also going to be looking forward to your questions. We want to answer your questions, anything you have about the RTT process, about the subconscious mind, and as you see as we go along, we're going to be covering a whole lot of topics. So we look forward to seeing you next time. Bye. Thank you so much for joining the conversation at Speaking Subconsciously. Remember, you are always enough. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.